How do you feel your relationship with the natural rhythms of life energy that flow through all life, on our earth, in our bodies, in the cosmos, with the moon and the planets and the stars? How do you find your own way of relating with the natural life energy that flows through our creativity, that flows through our chakra system or our body systems, our natural systems of growth, our natural system of growth and change and evolution, the plants and the seasons of the year or the times of the day? Hi, my name's Eléni and I work with natural wisdom, and I share that through poetry, arts and connection. And the natural rhythms of life for me are a core essence of one of the things I love. They've influenced my life so much and helped me come into a really rich and deep connection with nature, connection with my body and my whole psyche and my inner world, and how I relate with the outer world and my creativity. And these cycles to me show us wholeness, they show us balance, they show us sustainable living, they show us how to live in a way that allows us to be whole and the fullness of who we are, to allow all parts of ourselves to come into expression and be lived in our lives as parts of us, as parts of the joy of being alive, in both outer ways of connecting and being sociable and creating and getting things done in a dynamic way, and also inner gentle ways of nourishing myself, nourishing ourselves and giving to ourselves and resting and clearing out what's no longer needed, and giving time for reflection and quiet, but also visioning and inspiration, and times where we can be in balance and harmony and pause. And these have been such a key thing for me in my life. I've been working with them for 25 years or so, something like that, at least 25 years. Probably nearer to 30 years, starting with nature and my own menstrual cycle, and then the moon cycles and the planets and astrology and Ayurvedic medicine and Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, and indigenous practices. And all of these have astrology as well, Western tropical astrology. All of these cycles have the same elements within them. The natural rhythm of life energy is what I work with, because the pattern is the same in all these different systems, where different peoples and cultures over different time periods in history and different environments and cultures and way of being have understood this life energy and interpreted it in ways that they understood for them. So I take that balance, that life energy, and I look at the underlying patterns, and it brings wholeness, it brings a whole aliveness to my life, and it brings the natural balance that we're meant to have as part of nature, as part of an animal being in nature, in our relationship with the earth and who we are inside. So how in your life do you relate with the natural cycles in any way? Which cycle draws you the most? Which do you feel the greatest connection with? And how do you feel at different phases in those cycles, and how does that nourish and enrich your life? And if you want to know a bit more about this, I have 2 ebooks of my poetry which have a little bit about the natural cycles in there, of natural wisdom poems that help us be whole and allow us connection with all different parts of ourselves. And I also have a course coming up soon about natural rhythms, if you're interested, and I will share that soon in the future. But whatever way resonates with you, I hope you find something in the cycles that call you, that brings you your own unique connection with life, with the earth, with nature, with who you are, and with whatever has meaning for you to keep you whole and balanced and alive and nourished in your life.